Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Thriller here, and we are back with another episode. Oh my God, I'm losing the space of all the things I've got going on in my mind right now. We're back with another battle for Greg. We're here for week three as we take on Dash and Sceptile. And I know you may be asking yourself, wait, week three, where's week two at? Didn't bother to really record, and I'm not gonna plan to upload week two. Let's just say at the end of the day, it's against a player that I just do not respect. I do not. It's a player I do not like and arguably someone that I'm never going to play ever again in Draft League. Let's just keep it at that. I tried figuring out ideas how I wanted to word my week two game and week two stuff, but arguably, if you just really can't say anything nice, don't say anything nice at all. So, just to wrap it up, we lost week two, lost 4-0. We lost to Terra's Rude, which was kind of cool though. But you also get to miss Alone Grimer's debut because it's the only time a lone driver will be brought. This week, however, we're taking on Dashing Septile here. A link to Dashing's channel will be in the description. Definitely go check out Dashing. Dashing got Terra, Shaman, Sky, which Colin wanted to allow for some reason. This matchup, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, was complete ass. Like, I had such a bad matchup into Dashing's team. Just simply between Manaphy, Moth, Terapagos, and Shaman, it was really, really tough to really play around his team, really. Klefki always being annoying as well. I'm very surprised that Landorus came. I felt like Landorus, in my honest opinion, had a very terrible matchup here. Because of the fact that I just kind of felt like I beat it 1v1. If you want my opinion, if you want my opinion, I really felt like it kind of just lost a lot of 1v1s. So, but that's just me. So I go ahead and lead off with my Kilowattrel here as they actually the Terapagos here. He reveals to be Terra Ground on his Shaman, which I'm a little surprised by. I didn't think Ground was really that fair for me. Oh, there's also no Umbreon. No Umbreon was actually kind of insane because that just kind of meant now that uh my Terra Fairy, my psychic moves now are pretty free into this team. Um I also think maybe I'm also Terra Fairy and Terra Poison on my Terra Captains. So Fairy and Hydrapple because Fairy was pretty free into the matchup besides Iron Moth, really. I'm not even counting Klefki. I don't really count Klefki with that. And then Poison from Mesprit was basically designed to 1v1 the Umbreon, and basically Poison also helps resist the poison moves, resisting ground with Levitate. So I go Kilowattrel here. Um, and right here, I definitely have some regret. And here's the reason why I'm going to regret. I'm going to talk about this here. I regret being sub Roost. I don't regret potentially Roost, and I don't or regret sub one or the other. I think I should have had the Volt Switch. Also, I have some internet issues here. Also, I need to talk to you guys about this play right here. First of all, if I was Volt Switch, I would have been in a much better position because at very most, at worst, he gets a Rock Polish off, and I go into my Keldeo, and I potentially force out this Pokemon. I potentially forced it out because I live one star storm easily. It almost kills me, but it guarantees me. If I had just took the Volt Switch, that would have been such a better position for me right there because then I would have been able to do the work I had. Or if that was the case and I went this and he could call mine, I could call mine along with it, and I pretty much win the 1v1 no matter what he tries to do. So definitely looking back at it, if I had just had put Volt Switched on my set, I think I would have been in a better position. So I definitely agree with that. Also, there were like 2 to 3 rolls that let Darkrai live this hit, and it was like my best thing to really do to beat this thing 1v1. And Dashing pretty much had every roll possible to get the kill. He didn't get it. I had to land this Focus Blast in order to kill him. Thank God I did. But unfortunately now my Darkrai's gone. He's booster speed Moth, which I had a feeling he was potentially. Goes for Fire Dance, and of course gets the special attack raise because, luck's never on my side. Right here I definitely make a misplay. Because this was a big misplay here. And here's why it was a big misplay. For one, I should have just attacked in front of me. Like I should have, and the thing was too, I didn't calc. I didn't calc MOTH versus my gouging, and that's 100% on me and being lazy. Like, I didn't do that at all, which definitely cost me my gouging here, which really, really sucked. I kind of just misplayed my gouging there. I will, because we're gonna see. I go Keldeo. Oh, I died. So there was pretty much like I guess Psychic was stronger. Dazzling Gleam actually never killed me at +1, but I didn't think he would bring Psychic. Like I don't even know why you bring Psychic versus my team. I think Psychic's a weird bring, honestly. I think Dazzling Gleam does stuff better. But in comes my MS spread here, and at first I thought Dashing choked by not clicking Sludge Wave. But of course he goes for a Fiery Dance and gets special attack raise again. And this is that no, this is where Dashing choked. Dashing should have just clicked Sludge Wave. Because Sludge Wave would have guaranteed knocked out my Mesprit here, and then he would have pretty much had gotten a 5-0 win right here. Like this was definitely cost himself some differential here. Unless he just felt like my Mesprit was gonna guarantee live that Sludge Wave. But in comes the Mesprit here. He's gonna click Ice Beam here. As I go my Hydropple here, I'm forced to Terra Fairy here. But I clicked sub, I believe? No, I clicked Energy Ball. I'm not gonna lie to you. A part of me was really kind of maybe tempted to click sub right here. Because if I had clicked sub right here, I would have been in a good position. He clicks Thunder Wave, which I'm gonna be honest with you, this was the only confusing play from Dashing, and I don't know if he did that because he was fearing a potential Scarf, which I don't know. But if he was just doing that to purposely try to paralyze me, not gonna lie, kind of a dick move then at that point, because there's no real point to just paralyze a mon that's already slower than everything on your team. But I click sub, and he goes for play rough, does not break my sub. I get paralyzed again, but now I go for play rough. So basically, what happens here is now I basically took extra damage from my Hydrobble for no reason. Because here's the thing we get into a situation right now where I will be behind my sub as he was at 12%. Dashing is now forced to either light screen with his clef key or break my sub. Most likely, he always would have probably went for the break of the sub here. I go for Terra Blast here, but I get paralyzed. It didn't matter here. And also, Dashing wasn't trying to stun on me with the Swords Dance stuff. He really wasn't. He just wanted to show off the tech, which that's kind of cool tech, bringing short Swords Dance to Team Sky. I still think the Thunderwave play was kind of dumb because it just cost him another differential point. Literally just cost himself differential at this point in this game, which I'm a little surprised that he would do that. The Thunderwave, at the end of the day, would never have mattered, but I think it was still a little bit of a dickish move to try to just basically bait for paras on my Mons, which I really don't think it made any point to try to do that when, if as long as you get screens up, you pretty much just win the game. I can't do anything with screens up. Um, but at the end of the day, it's whatever. The game's over. So, but Dashing got to bring Swords in the Sky, which again wasn't trying to stun on me. He just wanted to show off the tech, which I appreciate tech like that. But yeah, that's GG's to Dashing. Like I said, a link to his channel will be down below. Arguably just a really bad team matchup. I think I also could have played a little bit more better. I think I could have just done as a player. I could have prepped a little bit better too. But like I said, I'm not taking the prep too serious because it's a friends league and I just don't really care too much. I'm just here to just try out new mods, play with some things and stuff like that. Uh, but yeah, I definitely could have done some slightly better things here though. But yeah, definitely go check out Dashing. And with that being said, I will see you all next week. I don't know who the hell we're playing, but we'll play somebody. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.